My name is Joe O'Neill, GA farmer. Come join me on a typical spring morning during breeding season on our spring calving dairy farm in West Wicklow, Ireland.
Doobie 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 dum. Shoop 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 doobie doop shoop 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 doobie doop.
Morning, good morning, rise and shine. Today's the day I make you mine.
Shoop shoop doobie.
The sun is rising over the hay. I know it's gonna be a wonderful day. Some morning, good morning, rise and shine. Morning, good morning, rise and shine. Your loveliness is so sublime.
Shoop shoop doobie.
A wonderful creation of our generation. Perhaps I can wake you with a little persuasion. Morning, good morning, rise and shine. Morning, good morning, rise and shine. All the world is feeling fine.
Shoop shoop doobie.
I can jump for joy, feel ecstatic. Sun comes along, clouds in attic. Morning, good morning, rise and shine.
I'm going up behind the cows there now. They have to let themselves in this morning, which they do sometimes, so I'm going up to get them all down and move the wire. So these are the troublemakers. Wouldn't all the rest of the cows are mad.
Morning, good morning, rise and shine. Today's the day I make.
So I have a quick scan, see where the green tail paint has gone. 5 on heat yesterday evening, so that's 1. If you zoom across this way, 2, 3. Our lady with her head poking up looking at us this way is 4. Probably reckoning about 8, which is good. I'm going to check the calf feeder now and then we'll milk it. Powder in the machine. Check of numbers. Checking the teats. This one was disconnected twice yesterday, so you can have it sorted now. Tuesday morning, day 2 breeding, plenty of cows bulling there in the yard this morning now, could have 7 or 8, we'll draft them out as cordon as we milk them, and yeah, drive it on. Putting the milk stock, or the filter stock in the milk line, collects all the dirt, etc. from the cows. So it's everything going into the tank. So we fill up the water top for rinsing out the machine after milking. We make our milk holes in the tank. Check the temperature to make sure that it's alright, 3.2, that's perfect. These are dry pups. They're an insulator, like a sleeve, like an elasticated sleeve that you put on to protect your arm. We have our water top to fill up now. Have my notebook for writing out cows numbers that are pulling. I need to have all that information decided before I put anything into the app. Morning everyone, it's Tuesday the 7th of May. I've just been talking for the last 3 minutes and realised that I didn't press record in the video, so here you are, round 2. Grand, dry, sunny morning, temperatures are on the rise. I don't have my woolly jumper on underneath my dairy gown, so it's obviously getting warm. Bit of noise when we're coming down this morning. The cows had let themselves out of the paddock. 4 or 5 cows had got over the ditch. The rest of them weren't happy to be left behind, so they flattened the gate and came down to the yard, which is fine to do that sometimes. They were up on the multi-species sward last night, gave them a 12-hour strip, trying to push them hard because some heavy patches of grass on it. They weren't overly happy. It got slurry late, as in the last 2 weeks when we had our few dry days. Dribble bar slurry, which was quite thick. Those grass was probably growing a little bit too much. So we had a perfect storm of dry slurry a little bit higher up on the grass plant than you'd prefer to have it down close to the soil. So we're giving the cows the rest of that paddock today, not going to push them any harder on it. And that creates management issues. Really, that's the top or primo that paddock on the next round now because the ungrazed parts are just going to keep getting stronger and stronger and more unpalatable and the cows won't eat them.
wash down hose, letting us know it's awake and alive. The cows are unhappy and making noise. They're generally not going to produce milk to their genetic potential, possibly mightn't go on calf, so we'll very much listen to the cows here, like not to push them too hard. Sometimes they can be a little bit lazy and need a bit of a push, but we generally don't. Yeah, they're also transitioning down off a high inclusion of meal and silage, so they were probably keen to get back to the yard tomorrow and thinking they were going to get a bit more dry silage, etc. That's all very much on the way out now because grass growth has picked up significantly. So turn on the EMC. Setting up the gates, the drafting gates, so the cows are going to be walking out through here. If they're on heat, we'll turn them down that way. They'll be kept in. If they're not, they're going straight ahead out. That because they like peppers to get out there.
And golden AG, 2 more bleeding. This cow's come in this morning, she's got a swollen inflamed quarter. It means a mastitis infection, so we're going to treat her with antibiotics, put red tape on her tail, and see how she responds. Won't go into the tank for the next 10 minutes. After milking, we teat spray on the cows for approximately 4 seconds, or until they have a drip of teat spray coming down the bottom of their spoon. We use Nanojoule by Chilco. We get it from Dairy Direct. Very good product. It keeps the skin of the teeth nice and supple. There's a disinfectant in it that'll disinfect the cows. It's vital that you have something similar to that drop forming on the bottom of the teat, because when a cow's finished milking, her teat canal is open, and if she went out into a dirty yard like we have, or went out into a dirty field like most people have at the moment and lay down, all bacteria from the environment can get up into the teat canal to cause infection. Cow here has a split on her spin. Something stood on her in the shed or out the field or whatever, so what has happened is her milk canal that comes down through the centre of her teat has been ruptured, and it's leaking out through the side of her boobie, or side of her teeth. We capture a certain amount of it. You can see it there now that the milk has stopped dribbling out. Cow gets a cut on the side of her teeth. Sometimes it can be stitched, it can be sutured, but generally when they rupture the teat canal, that can't be repaired. It's a tiny, tiny little vessel. So she eventually is going to lose that quarter, more than likely when she dries off in the winter. Because infection is going to keep getting up there. There's no way for the water to get sealed off. Now we just capture what milk we can with the unit. You can see when I take her off, there'll be a certain amount of milk that'll dribble out of it. Because it's got a hole in the side of our teat canal, it can't create a vacuum with the machine, so it's not been massaged and sucked out of it. So it's only gravity that's falling out. So a certain amount will come, take off the machine, and then more will come out. Unfortunately, it's one of them things.
I thought that's why we got the mirrors. I thought that's why we got them mirrors.
Yeah, but I still like to get up and get a visual look, proper view. That gives me an indication of what's going on. I have to get up and observe. Keep me fit. So we've 1 tailplane gone, 2 tailplane gone, 3 tailplane gone. She was full yesterday. Can you hear her? So in 3 left. This lady, her tailplane is gone. So that one there, but they were AI yesterday. They get a scratch card on them this evening. We use the scratch card for the second round of AI, so we only have to top up tail paint for the first round. It's a real labour saving tool. The same scratch cards went on the heifers. So now we're blowing out the last minute. Our tank outside. Turn on our air purge. It flows the rest of the milk out that's in the pipeline. Milk has all gone into the tank. Cooling down. Currently at 5.6 degrees Celsius and she's cooling. So she's agitating away there. I'm going to disconnect the milk hose here in the bottom and put it on over here to our water. You go with the tank. You're in wash mode now. Answer the phone dial now. So we have hot water in this trough here. It's 75 degrees, 80 degrees. That's going to be, I'll put detergent in there now in a minute to wash out our machine after we rinse it with cold water first. We turn on our slug wash that blows air into the milk pipe, into the milk line, puts water up around top of the milk line. Our milk line is 4 inches wide, so the milk will just run along the bottom of it. Here, the air purge blows the water up. So there's our water and milk coming out of our pipe. This is detergent specifically designed for washing milk lines. So we just give that a hoosh around, try and keep the place a little bit cleaner than Joe does a lot of the time. Get all the milk down into the drain, the water into the drain, that's it. So what we normally do is we'll let in about 3/4 in a tank of cold water. That will flush out the line. We'll let that drain out. So then the soft catches all the dirt. And then we let in the rest of our cold water. That'll just flush out. The reason that we leave the filter in for the first part of the cold rinse is that it'll collect any of the dirt that's in along the line, stop it going into the plate cooler, the far side of our PVC wall there. Plate cooler is a whole little line of plates all compressed together really, really tightly. And one half if you have the milk, hot milk that's coming from the cow to 37 degrees, and then the other half your cold water is coming up out of the well. So they run by each other, and the cold water cools down the milk and cools it significantly so that when it goes into the whole tank here, it's going in at approximately 7 or 8 degrees. So it drops it that much in temperature. So it means that the bulk tank doesn't have to do a new job of food. Our milk, it's like the milk that's in your fridge at home has to be under 4 degrees when it's going in the milk fridge. So we have compressors out there, heat exchange compressors outside that cool down the milk. So all the inside line of your bulk tank has got cold water piping around on the inside. It's keeping the inside of the tank cold. The milk is agitated around, so it's cooling it down. So the lower we can get the temperature going into the tank, the less energy we spend on cooling the milk in the tank. The water that we use comes out of the plate cooler and goes into our 10,000 litre selection tank outside that gets the rainwater off the roof and the water off the plate cooler. We use it for washing down the parlour. It's time for our hot water to go in and circulate around. We turn our cool water back on because we're going to need that cold water even. We're going to need that to fill up and rinse out the machine after we have let the detergent circulate for 4 or 5 minutes. Again, we turn on the slug wash, so it's blowing up that hot water up around the top of the tank. You want to off all the wet here now. Turn back on. I'm testing our AI on now. Amen. And let them know that we have 11 possibly 5 cows on.
So coming to the end of washing out the machine now, inside the machine is cold water. And that will be milking done for the morning. Text and Eamon got the thumbs up, so hopefully he'll be here sharp enough-ish. And then it's get milk or water, so we can make up milk for the lambs. Go over and check the calf feeder, put in powder into the popper if needed, fill up the meal if needed, which more likely will be, and get him a bit of straw for the eat. Then we'll air the cows with Eamon when he gets here, and they're going straight back out with the other milkers that have gone out after milking. We'll close them into the pallet. This is the machine full up. Wrong one. Machine off. Open the drain valve on the bottom of this. Again, to let water out of the machine. Don't want to be getting any more notices about excess water in our milk. We got that a few weeks ago. We drain our water there as well. And that's morning milking. This is our list of cows that are on this morning. We're here this morning now with Eamon Keeley, our AI technician. Eamon has been AIing here for a long time now, Eamon, isn't that right? A long time. A good few years, yeah. So he's a neighbour, he's a member of our discussion group. So he's here bright and early, which is fantastic. I pick out the cows, or select the cows that are ready for AIing, pick the straws that they're getting, and then Eamon does the job. So, first 2 cows up are 2 beef bulls, 2 charolais, 2 older cows. This is the date, obviously, the cow number, cow street van number, and then what bull that we're going to use with them. All the FRs, they're all dairy sex semen. So out of the 11, possibly 12, I'm not 100% sure if this cow's on or not. We'll get Eamon to check our handler when he comes. If there is 12 of them on, 10 of them are going to get dairy sex semen, and 2 of them are going to get Belgian blue. I just don't know the rest of the code. I'll find that there now in a second. Our criteria for using sex semen on the cows is this has to be our second observed cycle. So if it's our first time cycling, I've seen her since it's tabbed. Not ideal. You want to have them at least on their second cycle. You want to have basically our better cows. What we're looking for in the cow, decent compact stature, not crazy big, of which we have some. And then also their production wise, high amount of milk solids in relation to the liters of milk that they're giving. So for the mature cows of 3 lactation plus, they need to be getting 500 milligrams of milk solids. And for our younger cows, they're showing the potential of doing that. Ideally, we try and keep it to the first and second lactations in cows. But this mix here, like 764, she's a 5th lactation cow, and 1604, she's another 5th lactation cow. 2 very high yielding, high producing cows of compact nature. And the 764 she's a bit on the big size, but really like her as a cow. So, yeah, you also have to like the cow a lot. So you have the straw in the hot water defrosting there now, Eamon? Yeah, the straw, the AI straw. How long do you leave it in for?
It's the sex straws have to be left in for 45 seconds.
45 seconds, okay. Different to a conventional, which is
37 degrees.
37 degrees. Now, we'll show a close up of this cow because it's Fion's heifer. She's getting a sex straw. Come on, darling, up you come. So the AI process is as follows. Eamon will insert his hand into the anus or the backside of the cow, and he gets the cow's cervix in his hand, which is a cylindrical tube like this. The AI gun loaded with the straw and semen then is inserted into her vagina, and Eamon slowly works its way through the cervix, which can be, if you grip your fist, it's like that, going in through your fingers. In young cows and heifers, it can be very, very small. Maiden heifers, it can only be the size of a pencil. So it takes a good bit of experience and patience to work the gun through the cervix. And once it's through the far side, Eamon will feel the gun on the top of his finger that he's holding the surface with, and then he pushes in the plunger, and that's it. So the AI flask. These are our pots 1 through 6. So you pull up one, and then all the straws are in the individual red straw. The map for the pot is there. These lads get mixed around. You know which colour they're meant to be. Number 1 is navy, clear, whatever, you know. And then you find what's in.
There's Kevin O'Neill, or Kevin Neal as you'll call him, emptying the fertiliser into his spreader.
What about second breakfast?